Okay, now we've got audio creation. So if you're making an audio ad, these are the tools that I'd recommend. If you're working on a desktop, you're using Audacity, which is a really good sound editor. If you're working on a phone or a handheld device, Anchor's the best for, in my experience anyway. And to actually record the file, just using voice memo or voice recording on whatever device you've got to hand is easiest. Or obviously if you've got a voice recorder app on your computer, laptop device, that would be really good as well. So I'll just give you a little bit of an idea of what this might look like. So this is Audacity. Anchor is a lot easier, so it's more similar to our Canvas in the sense that you can just kind of chop and change. It's less of a timeline approach. So this is a timeline. So this means that you can basically highlight and cut things out. So this is the bit where I laughed, for example. This is actually just a song as an example. You can cut things out. This is you double checking that the microphone was working at the start. And I'll show you also the only effect that I've really made effective in the important use of is noise removal. So we just click get noise profile, and that'll kind of work out what sound is in the highlighted section. Preview, I'm not actually going to listen to it, but it'll preview it for us. And this is the way that we work around not having clean audio. So it's really important that we have clean audio, which means basically you want to be in a room with no echoes. Ideally you want things kind of behind the microphone. So whether a bedroom, a mattress is pretty good. You don't want sound bouncing off walls and echoing or getting any sort of reverb from that. So what you really want to do is pick a room that has like a big bookshelf in it or something like that. And that'll give you clean audio, like what we've just done to this noise removal part. So down here you can see this is what you want to see. You want clean audio. So you don't want background noise, you don't want a fan on, you don't want your computer to be whirring in the background. And so this is, if you have that sort of an option, and that sort of a difficulty, maybe you recorded in class or something, and there were other people talking and being human beings, or similarly in your home, this is the way you get rid of it. So once you've done, you just go to File and Export as an MP3 or MP4. Obviously you can add multiple things together. If you're making a radio, you probably want some sound effects, you want some background noise, you want some ambient sound. So you might want to take your phone or device out and kind of just record kind of like a white noise track that is just sort of ambient noise, maybe a bird chirping in the background or just some sort of baseline noises, maybe a little bit of wind but nothing too much. So you kind of, what you'd like to do in audio is you strip out any noise as much as possible, but once you've done noise removal, it sounds pretty artificial. So you'll then need to add some sound that you do want to hear back into it. So just to clarify, you're basically recording on your device or your phone. Then if you want to keep it on your phone or your device, then you're just using Anchor, which is a very simplified version. If you want to get a little bit more technical, you're using Anchor. And again, you probably want to use other assets. So you might use sounds, you might even use sound effects. So again, you'll be going to one of the places that have been mentioned for royalty-free music. And then you're downloading some sounds. So you kind of, trying to get a really professional sounding feel to it. And of course the important part is that when you're recording your audio, if it's you talking, you kind of want to make it a little bit more bouncy than I am right now, because I'm sitting in a staff room by myself. But do a little bit of voice acting, ham it up a little bit and make it sound a little bit more positive than perhaps just reading out words from a page. So that's what I'd be focusing on if you're doing a radio ad, which is a very easier option, I guess, comparatively. So a really good way to get a short little radio ad sorted using these apps.